AF Seltzer is now live in over 1,200 locations across the United States. We're now available in Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, North Carolina, Ohio, and Texas. Go to hardafseltzer.com today, click on the store locator, enter your city or zip, and find the nearest location closest to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ross Patterson Revolution! Brought to you by GhostBed.com.
Oh, JB.
What?
Come on.
What? Come on.
Sometimes you get lucky on podcasts, don't you?
Yes.
Sometimes it just all comes together right there.
Right.
Today's one of those magical days.
Magical.
Hunter Biden just
Yeah.
got found guilty 3 times. 3 times. These are just the gun charges, though.
Right.
So he's still got some back taxes, those issues coming up in September in a separate trial. Nothing overseas, nothing of the fun stuff with Ukraine and Burisma and all that other stuff. These are just your stock standard. I've been smoking crack all day. I want to buy a gun charges. That's pretty insignificant, I think. I mean, not for him, obviously,
Right.
but for the world. We all knew that he smoked crack cocaine on a daily basis. Matter of fact, that's why I love him. You know, I don't like the rest of his shit, but that I love.
But wasn't this like a gimme? Like he's giving them this to stay away from everything else. And Biden's supporting, I support whatever the justice system, right? Just don't look any further than crack.
Sort of. So
Crack
we'll
parties.
get into this today. We typically don't do this on Ross Patterson Revolution Day,
Right.
but it's a fun one because it's drug related. And
Yes.
also some of the footage they showed was fun. We'll get into that. And the ladies, which you were talking about, we'll get into those. Because this isn't like a serious one. This is just kind of a kid who's a screw up, a Spalding, if you will, from Caddyshack. And yeah, I want to party with him. You know, it's not the president. It's his kid. It's his little dummy kid that I want to rage with. And this case gave me more ammunition for why I wanted to rage with the guy.
Right.
I mean, it really did. They brought out all the hits in this one. They brought out the laptop that was supposed to have never existed.
They brought it out?
Sure did.
Okay.
Played that during the trial, which was interesting because Dr. Jill Biden was also there.
Right.
So she had to watch her son smoking crack over and over again with all of these prostitutes, which would be weird. Let's say you, for example, you're a mom. You've got 2 boys as well, same as them. One of them unfortunately passed in the Biden family. And a daughter. Are we all, I think we have the same 2 boys and a girl, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So let's say it was you. And our kid was, how old is Hunter? 52?
Yep.
Is he?
Something.
Bob, how old is Hunter Biden? What you reckon there?
Now he looks 70, but
He's
that's
50,
what
yeah.
crack will do.
54.
Okay,
54, and that is a weathered 54.
It's a hard 54 there. That's a studio 54
Yes.
for that
He
guy.
is a year
Yes.
younger than Paul Rudd.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Oh boy. Okay.
Or any number of like
Paul Rudd though.
celebrities that were like,
Let's
they're
not,
what?
Don't compare any of us to Paul Rudd. That guy's got genes that we'll never understand in a white man. One day they're going to freeze him, not for his head or his talent or anything like that. Just, I mean, his genes are incredible for a white man. How did he do it all these years? I mean, that's going to be studied in the Smithsonian for years to come.
He should start a denim company.
Might.
Don't you think? Paul Rudd's jeans?
Yeah.
And you're like, we want him.
We want him.
We want him.
We want those perfect
We
jeans.
want
out of
those
Paul
perfect
Rudd.
jeans.
Out of Paul Rudd. Let me crack open a liquid death here before
I've got mine already.
we get popping. Your mom you're a mom and you're in this courtroom, and then you see your son smoking crack, getting head with prostitutes and all that other
Not
stuff.
her son, but yeah.
What do you do? What's your reaction in that courtroom?
I just go to the person next to me and be like, it's not my butt, it's my stepson.
Is it a stepson for Jill?
Yes.
Yes.
It is. Okay.
And then they have one daughter.
It makes it easier.
It makes it easier, right?
Bo and Hunter were with his wife, or from his wife who died, and he also, I believe, lost a baby girl in that car accident, and then he married Jill.
Yes,
and
and
they
Jill
had
had
another kid.
one. Yeah, so it's half sister.
Okay.
And then a Biden, and the wrong son died.
Wrong son died.
Or is that what it is? What is it?
Yeah, that's
Wrong
walk
kid
hard.
died. Yeah.
That's walk hard, dude. Wrong kid died.
Yeah.
So breaking that down from a stepmom perspective, not terrible. Like that's not the
Well,
kid who
here's-
was sucking on your tit and you grew him up and everything else.
Right. Here's what it is like, well, I would have done it different. You know what I mean? If that was my son, which it's not, right? So she definitely has a little bit of an out in that to be like, hey, I didn't do it, right? Like I came in later.
it's
I
not
came
me.
in later.
It's not me.
He would have been 7 when they got married, 6 or 7 when they got married. So
Ooh, well.
presumably when they started dating, he's like
Raised him.
4,
Yeah,
or
she
5.
raised him.
Yeah,
she raised him.
Raised
6 or
him,
7.
Raised
yeah.
him, yeah.
All right, that's a different sitch then, James.
Yeah.
The videos are graphic.
Oh, yeah.
We've all seen them. I don't know what's going to happen with that lawsuit he filed where they said that it never existed or that he stole it or whatever. It was just like, hey, bro, we just saw all of it. That was a big part of this case.
Right.
One of the other pieces of evidence they showed from the laptop was him physically weighing the crack cocaine on a scale, which, is obviously to show the jury he was definitely doing crack cocaine and then, buying guns and whatnot. So.
Yeah, I just think they spent a lot of time trying to prove that he did crack cocaine when, in fact, it's just one of those things that I feel like everybody knows, right? And the beautiful thing about Hunter is he fancies himself a filmmaker when he's on crack cocaine. And when I tell you, absolutely films the minutiae.
Everything. Never seen anything like it.
He'll be eating a sandwich naked with a scarf and just wanted that to be on film.
I know why he took that computer in to get fixed. It wasn't that there was something wrong with the screen or anything. He just needed more storage. So he was adding terabytes to the storage where he was like, yo, I've got to hold more video. Why? Because I'm filming myself all day long smoking crack and having sex with prostitutes. Jack it up. 2 terabytes more. Can we fit 3 or 4 in this goddamn thing? I've got more videos to upload and edit and all the fun things to do. And,
Yeah.
not the best idea. I've never smoked crack cocaine on a regular basis ever in my life. I know that's shocking. You guys have been listening to this goddamn thing for 9 years at this point. You're probably saying to yourself, Ross, there's no way. It's true.
Right.
When you're on crack cocaine, do you film yourself? Is that one of the side effects that
You
you want to
feel
film
like
yourself all day long?
From what I hear, and the reason why you would even start doing it and go down the road is because I guess first couple times or when you have money to get it whenever you need it, you feel like a god, Superman, amazing, perfect,
Really?
all those things. So yeah, of course you're going to want to film yourself. You're the best thing that ever happened.
Well, I'll take
and everyone wants to know and see your amazing life. Like you are that delusional.
I'll take it to my side of the street, which is Atlanta, home of Bobby Brown and Whitney Houston. Now, they bought this house. It was probably like 20 minutes from me, 15 minutes from where I lived, up the road, secluded, beautiful, rich, all that other stuff, right? They shut it down, like blacked out windows. I mean, no shades, no film. They didn't film shit.
Right.
It wasn't until that house got either foreclosed on or something else, maybe evidence for another trial, that they actually showed what was going on inside of that house. And when I say it was fucking shocking, I mean, it was shocking. Bob, pull up those photos from Whitney Houston's bathroom. And I
We've
believe,
definitely- yeah, looked at these a couple
I believe
times.
Pusha T used it as the cover of his
Yes.
album, actually.
Yes.
So here's the shame of that's a great one, Bob. Yeah, so put that one up on screen. We've showed this before in the past, but this is the shame of a crack addict. So everything is blacked out. The only light is from this camera, which is obviously some form of evidence or whatever it is. Because what I thought, Jesse, is that you don't want to film yourself when you're on this because you feel shameful and all that other stuff. They don't have any evidence other than police photos of this shit. These are police photos. These aren't fun family photos that Bobby Brown and Whitney Houston were taking. They had all the windows blacked out. They weren't getting up till 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Then they were doing drugs again and then everything else. Similar to what one of the ex-girlfriends testified in this trial of he smoked crack the second he woke up and it didn't end all day long.
Every 20 minutes.
Right. But he was getting up at like 9 a.m. They weren't.
Well, my gosh, what an exciting day to look forward to. When I tell you that's like
True.
probably, again, never done it, never will. But from what I hear, that would be a fun fucking day, dude.
Maybe it would.
Especially if you have like a chick there
Who
willing to-
both you guys are just kind of
and willing to
crack
just
and
go on that ride for the day. My goodness. It's not even your
sexcapades.
house.
No, the
It's a hotel.
sexcapade, all of it. You're in every beautiful country with endless money, and yeah, you're able to do all the things.
Right.
But as a mom sitting there over and over again watching prostitute after prostitute suck his dick, because I've seen the videos. I don't know if you have, but I've watched them extensively for research for this show.
Sure.
I caught about 23 minutes worth of videos.
There's something so dark about it, I don't even know if it would be in any way sexy.
It wasn't.
Right.
Like not at all. And I've said this
There's
on
a darkness to that.
Yeah, I said this on another show. It might have been Drinkin Bros, maybe, but with Charlie Sheen, there was so many people sending in videos to the head of God damn it, what was the porn company?
Pornhub, Vivid.
No, Vivid. That's
Yeah.
it. To Vivid. And I talked to the head of it. His name was Stephen Hirsch. I talked to the head of it, and I said, hey, why didn't you publish any of these? He goes, they're so dark that like no one wants to see this. It's not sexy. It's depressing as shit that other dudes are sucking dick for crack, like, and
Right.
vice versa and everything else. Same with these. And I agree, because all the videos that I watched on here out of the 23 minutes, most of the faces of the women were blurred out. Some of them look young because you were in different countries and shit. And you were like, all right, why are you blurring this out? Is it for an age thing or the other person? I don't know either way, but all of it is so dark that I don't want to see it. I would have never filmed it, and I certainly would want it going anywhere. Why he did, I just don't get it.
Yeah. I mean, look, I don't know. He's been propped up for a long time. I mean, give him some new teeth and put him back out there in a suit. He's still, I mean, if you really look at him, he's an addict, right? I mean, I don't know if he's still doing it, rehab, good for him, Godspeed. But like, you know, it really fucks you up.
For 50,
Like your mind is altered to do that much. Like it literally alters your mind. And
Yeah.
so he's going to be different. He's going to be different from all of that.
Yeah.
And so there's no reason to even like try and get into a rationale because it's just, there's none
So right
at the level he was at.
And right now, after the jury's decision was announced, President Joe Biden said he would accept the outcome of the case and will continue to respect the judicial process as Hunter considers an appeal. The president said he and the First Lady are proud of Hunter, who has been sober since 2019. Now, we know that's not true because we watched the 4th of July special live on television where he was zapped out of his fucking mind.
That might have been legal.
I'm sorry?
It might have been legal. It might have been the
Legal
same
cocaine?
stuff. Might have been the same stuff his dad is on. Do you know what I mean? It's just going to affect him differently.
You think he's sneaking into Joe's cabinet, getting
he
the
doesn't
50
need
milligram?
to sneak anywhere.
What do those Adderalls go up to?
I think it's 30.
30s is the highest?
No.
Higher than 30s?
40, I think.
40.
Oh, no, you can get up to 60
Whoa.
per day, yeah.
All right. So he's on the 60s, Joe is.
But there's no set level.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
All right.
So you could, now listen, you can get a bottle of 10s and do 60, right? So, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's legal, but you're getting it from your doctor, but you need it to stay sober. So it's all things that, you know.
You remember Jill, how disappointed she was? She was like, somebody get him the fuck out of here. He's sweating, running around up there during the 4th of July. You know, fireworks. He's all fucking zapped out.
Yeah.
He's all zooted out of his mind. So even this statement, 5 years he's been sober? No. The answer is maybe a week, 2 weeks tops here at this point.
I don't know.
He also says, Jill and I will always be there for Hunter and the rest of our family with our love and support, and nothing will ever change that. So good for you. And the jurors found Hunter Biden guilty of lying to a federally licensed gun dealer, making a false claim on the application by saying he was not a drug user and illegally having the gun for 11 days at that point. Now, me personally, I don't really give a shit about any of this. Him buying a gun and, may or may not have been doing drugs at the time or whatever, like, I don't really fucking care, to be honest with you. Like, as long as you're safe about it, I don't really care.
Yeah, and crackheads usually are pretty safe, from what I understand, with firearms, right?
I don't know that we knew it was crack, because on that, I filled those things out in California. Like, it's anything. So, like, it could be weed. It could be, yes, crack cocaine was everywhere and on all these videos. And that was fun to watch. But I'm going to give Hunter the benefit of the doubt because I want to party with him. Maybe it was mushrooms. Maybe it was weed. Maybe it was a little candy flipping, ecstasy and mushrooms. Who knows?
Yeah.
But, he was able to go to the store and get the gun and everything else. And this is some stock standard shit here. I don't know that it's really necessary.
Well,
to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I don't know that that's necessary. Now, with what happened to Trump, obviously the other side is going to say, hey, well, fuck off. This is happening now and blah, blah, blah. To me, looking at this and how quick this trial was, and they told us it was going to be this quick. This is a week. So this just started a week ago on Monday.
There's not a lot to talk about.
It's not.
Right.
It's not. And he didn't testify, by the way. So I know the left was saying, hey, Trump needs to testify in this Stormy Daniels thing. To me, in my opinion, one, it doesn't benefit Trump. Two, what was he testifying against? Something that his lawyer did without him knowing about it? Like, I don't know really what you can say there. Same with Hunter Biden in this case. What's he going to say? Hey, when's the last day you did crack before you bought the gun? Like,
yeah, never.
How would you know that answer either? So I don't blame him for not testifying in this goddamn thing.
Never testify in your own defense.
No. But
Pretty
instead, which is very odd, Jesse, your host Crime Corner show is really taking off. To fucking download it if you're out there. Subscribe on YouTube. And no, you're not on YouTube?
Not on YouTube because we don't want to mess up
anyone's
YouTube.
I was going to say, I saw a video the other night and I brought it up to Joel. I think somebody might be ripping your videos already.
I don't.
Yeah. Joel, you got an answer on that? Did you find the culprit or was it you?
They're no longer public.
They're no longer public.
They're no longer.
Look at that. Joel laying down the law back there.
Oh,
I like it.
Joel.
The Crime Corner is available on Apple and Spotify and all that other stuff. With these crimes, I've never heard one of your shows where instead of the person testifying, which you always recommend not to, you've always been adamant about that on all your shows.
Yes.
Instead, his lawyers decided to play clips from his audiobook.
Oh, okay. Well, that works.
What?
Because you can't cross-examine an audiobook, right? So anytime, if you can get up there and not get cross-examined, go on. But
How is that legal? If something ever happens to me, will you please do me a favor and play At Night She Cries while he rides his steed up there and just say, look. And Ross isn't going to testify today, but instead, we're going to listen to his audiobook today and just kind of and see where that goes.
If something happens to you and you're in jail for something?
Yeah, if I got to go to court for something. And if I'm going, Hunter's looking at 25 years here.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's going to get on this. Gun charges, though, are nothing that any celebrity really gets off on. Like, even like my favorite players,
right,
including one was on my fantasy fucking football team.
Yeah.
Plaxico Burress, you son of a bitch, back in the day, like he got 2 years and he was the prime of his fucking career just for walking into a nightclub, shooting his own self in the dick with his own gun on accident, went off in his sweatpants.
Right.
Still got 2 years for that.
Yeah.
Victimless crime, except for him and his balls.
Well, thank God it was
and his thigh. Right, but he still got 2 years. And I thought Plaxico at the time was so famous, I was like, he'll get off. He didn't. He got 2 years. So it'll be interesting with this. But yeah, they played the audio tape or the audio book from a book that he recently published about his own drug addiction. Bob, can you pull up that book? I don't know it. Did he have a sweet audio or autobiography?
Beautiful Things, a memoir.
It was called Beautiful Things?
Really?
All right. Pop that up on screen there.
Okay.
Beautiful Things, a memoir that came out.
Can you read that synopsis?
Yeah, 2021.
Okay. When he was 2 years old, Hunter Biden was badly injured in a car accident that killed his mother and baby sister. In 2015, he suffered the devastating loss of his beloved big brother, Beau, who died of brain cancer at the age of 46. These hardships, compounded by the collapse of his marriage and a years-long battle with drug and alcohol addiction, were compounded. So yeah, in Beautiful Things, an astonishingly candid and brave book about loss, human frailty, wayward souls, and hard-fought redemption, Hunter recounts his descent into substance abuse and his torturous path to sobriety. The story ends where Hunter is today, a sober, married man with a new baby, finally able to appreciate the beautiful things in life.
Oh,
that's sweet. Okay. Now, Bob, right there to the left
like
on
that.
the page that you're on, it says audio sample right underneath that book. Play it. I just want to see if he actually read his own book.
BMW, who later had the charges mysteriously dropped. Anything to keep the reality TV narrative running. None of that matters in an up is down Orwellian political climate. Trump believed that if he could destroy me, and by extension my father, he could dispatch any candidate of decency from either party.
So this is him reading it.
All while diverting attention
yeah, but is he
from
talking
his own
about beautiful
corrupt
things?
behavior.
Is he talking about Trump?
Where's Hunter?
I mean, what's the book?
I'm right here. I've faced and survived worse. I've known the extremes of success and ruin. With my mother and baby sister killed in a car accident when I was 2, my father suffering a life-threatening brain aneurysm, an embolism in his 40s, and my brother dying way too young from a horrible brain cancer. I come from a family forged by tragedies and bound by a remarkable, unbreakable love.
All right, you can press pause.
I'm not going anywhere.
Well, he's not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere. So what they did was cherry-picked segments from his book about his addiction and then played that in court instead of him testifying, which is beyond bizarre to me.
It's brilliant.
It's amazing if you can get away with it.
It's brilliant.
Who has an audiobook about the thing that you're about to be charged for and then you've written it in the past? Now I'm starting to wonder if he's a fucking time traveler. And he knew this was coming and was like, well, shit, Hunter, this is Hunter. You got to go back 5 years and then write this book about your addictions. Do the audiobook yourself, which I'm impressed by it. That was him. That's his own voice. And then this is going to be played at your future trial in 3.5 years.
Well, actually, he got the gun way, way before. So he must have known it would come up.
You think so?
So the thing with the gun and him getting it was well before, right?
Okay, so
they're trying to prove at that time if he was doing drugs. But yeah.
I think this actually makes sense because, and this is a great way to get out of crimes, even though it didn't work for him, right? You can enter a diary into evidence, right? Yeah. And you could enter, say, an audio diary into evidence or some
so then it's
selfie video you shoot on TikTok. So what you do is you start recording yourself, like have a vlog where you're just like, boy, if there's one thing I would never do, it's cocaine at the Super Bowl. And,
right. And just like enter that
and then when you get caught allegedly doing cocaine at the Super Bowl, you don't go up on the stand, but you put that, Your Honor, I'd like to enter into evidence my
So the audiobook, the audiobook was a piece of evidence, and it's brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great tactic.
Yeah,
it's just who has that? Who has ever had that in the history of courthouses?
I mean, Trump
anyone can do it.
One, I'm sure.
Well, and there's actually a law in California that you can't enter like what rap lyrics into.
Oh, that's
evidence,
right.
Correct, yeah.
So
Correct.
Does he talk about in the book the Haley Biden of it all? I mean, out of everything he did, that one's a lot, right?
Haley Biden.
Haley, sorry.
Yeah. Who's Haley Biden?
Oh, the widow of Beau Biden. That he
I've never known her
started.
name. I've always known her as his dead brother's wife.
Yes.
So her name is Haley? Okay.
Haley Biden, widow of Beau Biden, had a romantic relationship with Hunter, and he actually introduced her to crack at probably the lowest point in her life, right? Right after her husband
She did
died.
crack too?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Now this I didn't know.
I mean, if you're going to Hunter Biden's house,
Dude, you can't just fucking chill and have a La Croix. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you're going to Hunter Biden's house
You're doing crack.
and you're like distraught and you're widow and you're going over to, I mean, listen, he's going to offer you the answer
Man.
to all your problems, and you are going to take the answer to all your problems.
Is that
And you're
where
gonna
you
feel
would go
good.
first if I die? Are you going to try to find, like, if I had a brother, would you be like, man, I'm not feeling great. I want to go over and
but I
fuck
do-
my husband's brother and smoke some crack rock and just kind of chill out and watch Office
No, I would
reruns.
do the crack or probably heroin. And it's really just like, who has it?
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'd be so distraught.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's then the sordid things come up, right?
And then you just go like, what is going to make me feel better?
Yeah. And everybody ends up
Crack?
having sex on crack rock, I guess, right?
Yeah, I guess it's a side effect.
Is it really?
Oh, apparently, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Do we have a pic of Haley Biden? I don't think I've ever seen her, actually.
So she had gone to rehab and got clean, but this is her.
Oh, she got hooked on crack, too.
Yes, thanks to
Man.
your buddy.
What a great guy.
Thanks to your what?
Hunter.
Yeah, to introduce her to crack. I know.
Hey, I know the love of your life just died. Let's bone. And by the way, I'm going to get you addicted to crack cocaine.
Wasn't he more of a meth boy anyway?
I think it escalated.
Yeah, it always escalates.
no-
It's called a gateway drug in the biz.
well, it's like heroin addicts, right? Like a lot of them, they don't start on heroin; they start with pills and shit like that, and then
Right.
they got to just like heroin's all they can get after a while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they take the pills away.
Yeah, exactly.
Biggest
so that's,
problem in this country is taking opioids
It
away
really
from
is.
people.
Is that her?
Yes. I think that's her now, or was that
No,
her
that's
then?
her back when they had the affair. I
Back
think.
when they had the affair. And then,
How do you say no to those eyes, though? Look at Hunter's deep blue, sparkling diamond eyes.
Look,
and that's even
Hunter-
pre-teeth.
Yeah, I was
too.
going to say. So Hunter, look, as much as we like to shit on Hunter, decent looking dude without the crack rock and all the shit, even with the new teeth and everything, when you're this rich, you're able to at least make yourself presentable in a decent looking, to be a decent looking person out into the world. So good for him and all that and having all that money. I mean, obviously you see what your dad looks like, so that's your future, because they look identical, don't they?
Yeah, but Hunter Biden, or
Young Joe Biden.
Joe Biden was
a hunk.
yeah.
It's not that.
Like,
but
they're a good
guy
looking
like
family.
But a guy like Hunter, in particular, losing his hair, that's going to be the death knell for him.
Dude, Joe Biden hasn't lost his hair.
Yeah.
Joe Biden's just so old that it's thin as fuck. But like,
No,
Yeah,
it's
he's
clean
still
bald in the
got it.
back.
In the back.
It's
It's,
a
always in
little,
the
but that's
back.
like-
You can't keep the hair in the back forever.
It's gone.
He didn't
It's
go
all
like
gone.
all right. Here's what I'll say about that. You're right. He has been like kind of bald his whole life. Joe has.
Yes.
Although I think he got plugged, but I don't think he was like bozo ring at like 28.
no.
He wasn't bozo ring at 28. It was a normal, like, hey, I remember looking at early photos of him in his 40s, and that's when the hair started to go for him. But now it's a fucking it's nothing back there.
Yeah, I think he actually brought.
Oh,
it.
he did. There's the bozo ring. What
He
year
had-
was the bozo ring?
He didn't have a bozo ring. This is like man, it's like the in between.
Guys, that's a comb over for a bozo ring.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
not
I'm
doing
not
that
saying
today.
he's not bald.
We're not doing that today. That's a comb over for a bozo ring right there. Classic fucking comb
Yeah, but,
over
It's-
for
I
a
think-
B ring.
It's like early season Costanza.
Yeah, but you know where
there's
that's
still
headed.
Yeah.
You know where
100%.
that's headed,
And
guys.
then I think he got plugs, and it came back for a little while,
Yeah, you got plugged up
Yeah.
for a little bit.
and then it's just gone again.
Yeah.
Right.
Are those two kids behind him right there? Is that Hunter and
I think that's Hunter and
Bo?
Bo, yeah.
Wow. Foreshadowing. Look at that putting in the background there. Oh, man.
What's the foreshadow?
Foreshadowing is his downfall eventually. You know, what's going to happen here?
Because he has
pictures
kids
of
on
his
the
children?
desk?
Yeah. Well, what the kids ended up being, you know? So,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Just in movies,
I'm not seeing that.
it'd be a nice foreshadowing moment of like, hey, one day this kid's going to fuck up the presidency for you.
That's why Ross
okay.
doesn't have any pictures of his kids on his
Yeah.
desk.
Try not to.
Because it's somehow foreshadowing?
Well, I don't want the pressure on them either of
Right.
like, hey, dude, what happened to your dad? He ended up running this fucking seltzer empire, and then all of a sudden, what did you do? I smoked crack cocaine and got him arrested, you know?
Yeah.
So I try not, I keep this pick list up here with
Yeah.
children. We'll figure out how good they might be in the future later on, but it's too risky right now.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
It's too
yeah, yeah.
risky right now.
Liabilities right now.
Yeah, for these fuckers. Man,
Yeah.
dude. So you got Haley. Who is the ex-girlfriend that testified? What did she look like?
Well, Haley testified too. And then Kathleen Buell was the ex-wife that he had 3 kids with, I believe.
And she testified as well?
Yes. And then
Okay.
his current wife was just there supporting and I think looking too good, which is probably why he got actually convicted.
Gotcha.
Like
okay.
you need to go
Yeah.
matron, you need to go subdued. And I think, so this is the ex.
This is Robin Wright. This is Jenny. This is Jenny Gump
What?
right now. This is who she looks like. So that's
Okay.
fine for the trial.
Yes, as the ex.
Right. Where did they get into hot water? Was it with one of the ex-girlfriends?
So they kind of paraded out all of his relationships. So even like girls that, you know, were just with him for a little bit,
Yeah.
for a good time. They're the ones that really got into the like smoking crack every 20 minutes, all of that. And then his wife, Kathleen, the most recent ex-wife, was the one that kind of put the nail in the coffin
Who
of
wrote
like
wrote a book about him, I believe, as well.
yeah, and it's just like the way that she details what it was like living with him in the throes of the crack addiction was insane with their kids there. And I think it was pretty damning. And I think everyone was like, she was the one to prove
Okay.
that at that particular time, he was doing drugs.
Wow.
So she was able to kind of piece together the timeline and go through all the stuff. They had to scour his car.
Who's
And so
this
this
one?
is the current wife.
Oh.
And she came in
Oh.
looking too good,
Get
Yeah.
him. Get this man out of jail. You can't take him away from this.
right?
Wow, dude.
But I think that's why he was convicted.
It was.
If he
you
came
can't bring in
in-
a side piece like that, dude.
It's his wife that he has a baby with. And so,
Now?
yes.
Okay, good. Because there was an ex-girlfriend who testified. So who was that?
There's an ex-wife, Kathleen,
Yep.
the ex-girlfriend, Haley Biden, and then
Oh.
a couple of
I apologize. Hang on. I didn't know that your dead brother's wife counted as an ex-girlfriend. I apologize to you for that. That's nuts to me. Okay.
that was a
I
relationship.
know. It shouldn't have been. That's,
And then, Bob, there was a couple other, like I said, just kind of younger girls that were there for a good time and testified what it was like partying with him and hanging out with him for a couple weeks. Nothing big. Those were the big relationships that were able to piece together the timeline.
She
What?
looked way too good at this trial.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
And as you know,
Man.
your dad's a lawyer.
yeah.
You cannot look too good.
You got to uggo it down.
This jury is not your peers.
Yeah.
They are people that
Normies.
This is why I
don't want you to look good and don't want you to succeed,
And
right?
they've never had sex with a woman like that.
Right.
Damn it, man.
Dude, that's why I'd never be on a jury, right? If you'd hit, you must have quit.
Yep.
That's true. That's true.
That's how it is for dudes. But if there's any women on that jury, like you cannot look
They see his
as a
four
woman,
old
you have to
exes.
Oh,
just
yeah.
like you
Yeah.
have to look like, normal.
Yeah.
He keeps
Although
trading in
for
the
him-
vehicle every 2 years. Yeah. Yeah. I can't do it.
Yeah.
Can't do it. I'm
So
with
it doesn't look good that he finally, after everything that he's done, and for Haley Biden's like testimony about what he did to and with her, for him to show up, new teeth, this wife, a baby,
Yeah. Can't do it.
You can't do all that shit and then succeed.
And
Sorry.
he got her. This is such like a taking away from the fact that she's a fucking adult, but
Sure.
he got her addicted to crack while her kids were like 8 years old.
The Haley Biden.
Yeah, because Haley Biden's kids are 18 and 19 now. So when Bo died, that was 9 years ago. They're like 10,
Right.
they're like 10,
Right.
11. So like a very bad time to be addicted to crack.
That
Very
would be
bad
like me
time.
offering you crack cocaine with our kids this age and being like, hey, what's the harm? Why don't we just stay up and smoke some crack together? You know?
No, you've definitely tried to do that. I'm able to not.
Whoa.
It's just that she was
Crack cocaine?
She was at such a vulnerable point, right?
I don't know.
So it's like you offer crack cocaine to like a, functioning person with kids and in life, fine. But if like someone's in the depths of despair and they're going over to a family member's house, like
100
that's when you introduce crack.
This handsome bastard comes up to you and says,
Hey.
I know you think there's no God right now. How'd you like to be God?
How'd you like to meet him?
How'd you like to meet him?
Yeah.
Well, not meet him. That'd be dead.
How'd you like to
How'd
hold his
you
hand
like to
for a
be
little
him?
bit?
Yeah, how'd you like to feel like God?
Yeah.
Wow, man. Wow.
So he's a real cool guy, and we're just happy that, you know what I mean? I think he has 120 days until he even has to be sentenced, and he's going to appeal. And
4 months. And we're the way this is all shaping up here, guys. I think we know what's going on here.
What?
You have the Trump trial. 2 weeks later, this fucking thing happens. That way you can go samesies on both sides. See, there is no equal scales of justice or Lady Liberty, whatever the fuck they're going to say in the media. And that, they're both convicted and blah, blah, blah. Trump is going to be sentenced, though, before this, whereas Hunter will not be sentenced before this election starts. And his dad still is president. So let's face it, even if he gets 25 years, let's say he gets the max, it's going to be a pardon, and that's it. He's not serving a fucking day.
Well, so he'll be appealing.
Well, Trump's appealing.
Yeah.
So they both technically will be
His sentencing date hasn't been set,
innocent.
but it would be abnormal for it not to be before November because it's only June.
Well, it's 120 days, right? So what is that, 4 months?
No, it's usually a couple weeks.
Oh, okay.
No, Trump's is 6 or 7 weeks. His isn't until July 11th.
Yeah.
So you got another
So
month plus
6 weeks from today is a month
6
and
weeks.
a half.
Okay. But that's what this whole setup feels like to me is of, hey, we want Trump out of here. I'm willing to sacrifice my dipshit kid for this and go samesies to make it look like the Lady Liberty's justice scale tips don't touch each other in dock or whatever the fuck, you know? Mm-hmm. It's all utter horseshit, and both of these trials, in my opinion, should never have gone on. Like, I don't really care about any of this fucking bullshit. What year was it from, too? It was like, I don't know, 2017 or something where he bought the fucking gun, and has he murdered anybody since or waved a gun in anybody's face?
Did he
I don't
murder
care.
someone then?
At all. You know, like, unless there's murder involved or
Well, it
he
got
was-
taken away.
Right. He got but I think he threw it in a trash can, right? Or something?
A dumpster.
A dumpster, that's what it was. Yeah. So he didn't even have it on him. He was all cracked out. It was just like, oh shit, gun bad, dumpster. I got to get out of here. And then ran off and smoked some more crack and had sex with a prostitute, and it's all fun. I don't think either of these two cases were really worth all this bullshit, to be honest with you.
Well,
But here we are.
What do you think about?
I think they're going to send Trump to jail now.
No, not that. What do you think about this case? It's a local bureaucracy involved.
Uh-huh.
So what is going on, Bob,
I think
with the
this
Travis
is-
County assistant?
Oh.
What were you
I
going
was
to say?
going to say, you're saying this one's a local case?
Yeah.
because Hunter's federal.
Oh, I know. I'm
okay.
just done with talking about it.
Oh, so sorry, Jesse. Okay.
But aren't we done?
Yeah.
Didn't we
We're-
come to the point of like,
We did. And I think we're good on that.
So
Yeah.
did we move into a certain corner?
Well,
well,
not
we were
yet.
thinking about an Austin corner,
Guys.
but this is going to go along with
Yeah.
what do we got?
We got liquid death here today,
All right.
dude. Everybody's asking what the fuck this is. Look, I'm drinking liquid death. You've seen these tall boys on every podcast set and everything else. Everybody's been asking what they are. They're a sponsor now on the show. They're actually here with us and love it. you can finally crack a tall boy at that 9 a.m. meeting and be like, all right, cool. It does look like beer.
Yes.
It does look fun. It does look like a Hunter Biden party here, this Liquid Death. But
and
it is one of our advertisers.
The fact that they've come from, do you remember when you first saw Liquid Death? You were like, what is this? The fact that they've come from that to all the way where it's like, if you don't know Liquid Death, that's insane. And
I thought it was a malt liquor.
Right.
It looked like.
But now I feel like everyone does know what it is. So they have regular.
They're massive. They're everywhere.
Water.
They're everywhere.
And then the sparkling water, the flavors, everything
Bomb.
are really good.
Yeah, we've been drinking these for months now over here. What's yours? You got the lime. I've got the mango chainsaw here today.
The severed lime.
Yeah, dude. Big
funny.
fan.
They're funny.
They're all fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Huge fan of them. And true story, I actually reached out to them and said, hey, dude, I love Liquid Death. We would love to have you guys on the show. I'll say whatever you want just because I drank it. And whoever comes in the studio, help yourself, by the way. There's some Liquid Death in the fridge.
Hey, bud.
We got live shows on all day and everybody's here partying and shit. You got to wake up with some water, some Liquid Death. Then you can go night-night with Hard AF Seltzer at that point. You know what I'm saying? You got to rehydrate somehow. You can get free shipping on Liquid Death's Mountain Water, flavored sparkling, and iced tea 8-packs with Amazon Prime. Jealous. I want to be on Amazon Prime. Or grab a can or a case at your local 7-Eleven, Target, Walmart, Whole Foods, or Instacart. Go to liquiddeath.com/drinkinbros to check out all their healthy, infinitely recyclable beverages and find your closest retailer. That's liquiddeath.com/drinkinbros. Liquiddeath.com/drinkinbros. I need a huge sip of this after getting the Hunter Biden case out of my mouth. What?
Out of your mouth?
It's a lie. I have that whenever I talk about people who do crack. I feel like my mouth is dry or foamy a little bit. Like I want it.
Right.
You know,
and
like I'm jealous.
And you said you'd never done it.
Crack cocaine?
Yeah.
Well, I can go
Okay.
back to listen to another show, but
Okay.
one time
Okay.
did I experiment with crack. It was with famous people, though.
Sure. Always
I was with
is.
the Kennedy family.
There you go.
I can say that now after all these years, right?
Yeah. Oh, like
I was at another politician's house.
I feel like anyone that has a house like Martha's Vineyard or something like
I was
that,
in the Hamptons.
like there's gonna be crack cocaine.
And if my parents are watching, for Christ's sakes, I was in the Hamptons, I was in college, and I got invited out there, and I was like, oh, yeah, do I get to smoke crack with the Kennedy kids? That would rock. Who's the fucking red-haired one we brought up the other day? It was those guys, yeah. So it was a one-time thing, but to me, it was just, it didn't do anything. I was like, all right, great. I'd rather just smoke weed. Like, I don't
Right.
really understand the addiction to crack or anything else. And nobody else there at that party did either. It was more of like, hey, dude, have you heard about this thing? Holy shit, let's try it. And we're all college kids, and it was a fun laugh, but nothing about that drug was sexy where you're just like, all right, cool, man, I'd love to keep doing crack the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Nothing about it. So, you know, it was a one-and-done type sitch. I don't know how you get hooked on that, to be honest with you. White people, too. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Because our government, our government did that in the 80s to black people. They did it to all the black communities. They distributed that right in there themselves. Like, so that was on purpose, and I think that was our own federal government in the 80s on that. I'm not saying one race does it more than the other. I'm just saying our own government dropped it off in the worst neighborhoods in the United States.
Right.
And got them hooked on it.
We got some breaking news.
Shit! Good or bad?
It depends. I think it's bad for you. This is one of your heroes, one of your idols.
Did he die?
No, he's banned from the Nathan's hot dog eating contest. Joey Chestnut will not participate in the 2024 contest because he is banned for eating vegan hot dogs.
What?
That's not a true story.
Just broke.
Come on!
During the competition, he was eating vegan, or
No, he's a spokesman for vegan hot dogs, and they're like, get that shit out of here.
Yeah, he wanted to eat vegan hot dogs for the contest, and they're like, you're banned.
yeah, you've got to be eating the same thing.
Real hot dogs.
That's the whole point of a competition. You guys are all doing the
Is
same
that
thing.
real? God damn it,
Yeah,
dude.
Chestnut went
Where do
wild.
we live?
Bob, you
What
got to
fucking
pull it.
country
You
is
have
this?
to pull it up. Ross needs to find it.
Yeah,
He
I'm
needs
losing
to see it.
all of
He
this
needs
shit.
To know that it's real and
underneath
not
this
AI.
desk, it's a full evac down here. There's shit everywhere.
He has shit all
I have
through.
Biden my fucking pants here.
You have
So
all
he's out.
through the mesh.
He's out of the contest.
Out.
hot dog eating contest in beef over vegan.
Joey's been on the show, obviously. Love Joey. Great guy in real life. Did they pay him an insane amount of money to do these vegan dogs?
No, I think he's wanting to do that in the competition, right? Because it's okay to.
He's
got a deal
with the Impossible hot dog.
Oh, God damn it.
But why can't he have that deal and then eat? Oh, because then they won't.
It's the Nathan's hot dog competition. It's Nathan, man. You got to eat Nathan's hot dogs.
And they're like, we're not even going to entertain that idea.
I wouldn't either.
But you know what, dude? I'm sick of him. I don't want to see him.
You're sick of him anyway.
I want to see randos off the street eat hot dogs and barf all over themselves. You know what I mean? Like,
fuck
that's
you, Bob. You hate dominance. You've always hated dominance in sports, and this is the greatest athlete of our generation. You're going to say this fucking shit today?
But we need a chestnut of our generation.
Yeah.
We don't
Do you
have
know what
one.
I mean? I know, but we got to get one.
Lazy fucking incels, dude.
Chestnut won't woke, though.
Yeah. Chestnut went woke.
Sorry.
That's true. Look, hey, that part is true. You go vegan as a guy who built his entire career off of eating hot dogs. Look at him holding the mustard belt there.
Buddy.
Pop that pick up.
I think
Never
he
again.
was. I think he was choosing life. Like, I think at a certain point, Chestnut needed to start going
He's
vegan.
fine. He was just
do you
in
know
a
what he-
competition 3 weeks ago.
Is he fine? Are you on the inside of his intestines?
I'm not look, I'm not
Are you
holding
in
up
his
the
stomach?
porcelain. I'm not holding up the porcelain there.
You're not in his. You're not in his physical. You're not in the.
I'm sure it was an absolute paint job in there, but like I'm not in there. I've
and
never
his
seen
like
it.
arteries, like his heart. I mean, everything probably was being affected.
All right, Bob, look up Joey Chestnut from 3 weeks ago. He was just in a food eating competition. I follow him on Instagram.
Was it vegan?
Go to his Instagram. It'll be up there. No, it was not vegan. It was like lasagna or something.
Oh, then
He
you could've
eats all
done,
kinds
like,
of food.
I'd watch him do that too. Like, I don't want
He eats all kinds of food.
pints. Here's pints of ice cream, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, pints of ice cream.
Rob got
Oh, there we
logged out.
go.
He got locked out again.
Again, everybody logs out Rob.
Okay, nobody even
killing
touches that computer. It's the
I
only
don't. I'm not logging myself out.
right. So just scroll down his thing, and I'll pop it up for the audience. All right. So is that a pizza or a pie?
That's some sort of pineapple
Upside down cake.
Upside down cake. Yeah.
Okay. So he was eating those in a competition there.
Okay, well that's vegan, right?
Keep going up.
So we'd have to see when's the last time that he was eating like meat and cheese.
Boy, I don't know. This is fucking crazy. You want to talk about pissed off?
Yeah,
I am pissed off today.
you're really pissed.
God,
And you did not
There's
need...
a hot dog right there. Where's
Yeah,
that
he's
at?
not, he
But
didn't go
it's-
It's
vegan.
a chili dog.
He said, "Hell yeah, I still love hot dogs. Rudy's in Toledo does not disappoint. So good, it's hard."
I've been to Rudy's. There's no fucking vegan dogs at Rudy's.
God, look at that mug.
It's beautiful. That's an athlete, guys. That's a fucking athlete.
know,
It's an
I know.
athlete's
You know what it
face.
kind of sounds like?
I know.
Nathan's might be a little butthurt that he wasn't choosing them.
Well, so
they
that's
weren't coming.
For the
They weren't
deal.
knocking.
that's deli bologna there that
Yeah,
he's eating.
he's in a bologna eating contest. Oh my God, is he
Look
in a
at that.
crab eating contest?
Look at that.
What are the rules of that? I mean, you've got to get all the meat
You got to get crabbed up. You
completely out,
got to
right?
get crabbed up.
I don't think you can fill up on crab.
The key is to
You
chew
can't.
through the shell.
You can't fill up on any seafood.
Look at that,
Chew
dude.
through the
and the corn and the
shell?
cob, and you got to eat all the potatoes, all of it. What's that? What do we got there?
His first eating
Jesus
challenge in
Christ.
London: a stack of 10 pancakes
Wow.
loaded with berries and cream.
That's about 8 pounds worth of dough right in your
those don't
belly.
look good.
No.
Just too thick. They're
that's-
too thick.
It's just British food.
I think that's the cream on there.
All right. So he's got a Nathan shirt on. Go up, Bob, real quick.
This
So he's got a
might
Nathan
be-
shirt on. What day was that posted? What was the date on that?
This might be a whole
It's a year
lot
ago, almost to the day.
Oh,
A year ago.
Had a
All right.
falling out, seems.
wow,
They
dude.
weren't paying. They weren't paying what Impossible Burger was paying.
Oh, he's eating a s'more dog?
Oh,
Sick fuck.
boy, dude. That is fucking
Chestnut.
gnarly, bro.
A dessert dog?
Dessert dog. They make those dessert pizzas now. It's Domino's.
But that makes sense.
Not really.
Kind of, it's bread, and then you can make it.
This is bread too.
No,
just,
it's on an actual hot dog.
I know.
So it's not like they're putting pepperoni in the dessert pizza. That's what he's doing.
Yeah. What's this thing?
This is
Pineapple
the pineapple
upside
upside down cake.
Oh my God! Look at how huge that is.
It's a lot of sugar.
Yeah, it sure is.
Just diabetic shock from the shit.
Man, I think that's one where your legs start twitching on the toilet, like where you're going into some form of shock.
So, as one of his biggest supporters, do you have a statement to issue?
Yeah, I do. Look,
Bites of ice cream.
no one out there loves Joey Chestnut more than myself. Years, Jesse and I have done shows live on 4th of July every year for the hot dog eating contest. That one in Wilmington was a blast because we all got involved. Took down 8 dogs myself during that competition, which I didn't know that it was in me.
Right.
But that's what greatness does. It inspires other people to be great. And that's why I was great on that day.
Iron sharpens.
Yes. And having him on the show and talking about his experience and his livelihood and everything else. Is there a point in your career where you just go for that one last paycheck? Are we at the DeAndre Hopkins portion of his career where he's just like, fuck it, I need a big payday here because I don't know how much longer my organs can take this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe it's
And by the way, just so you know, Impossible, the brand, I don't know if that's even as...
It's not healthier.
Probably as bad for you
I
as
agree.
eating a hot dog,
Probably.
right?
I agree.
As far as the chemicals and everything they're putting in there. And
Yeah.
Fat and grease and what?
I agree.
What
But
do you think?
also, with this kind of move, does that mean he never really loved the game?
He's always
He's turning
loved
his
the
back on it.
game. No.
No,
He's
he's,
turning his back on it.
taking money over the
Over the
glory.
love.
Over another ring, another belt, another
care.
mustard belt.
Doesn't care
No.
about history.
That's true. Well, he's broken every record, so he is the history. now.
Extend the history.
Here's another theory. Like, he was struggling last year. Like, he got there.
He got 60. I think he dogged down 68 last year.
But
But there was a
think
rain delay, and that threw off his game. He said that himself. He said, look, I don't know if you remember, they actually canceled it, and then he came out and grabbed the microphone, and he said, I'm not fucking leaving.
Yeah.
We're doing the goddamn competition. And it was, I mean, if that's your walk-off moment for Joey, it's a great life.
Yeah.
And there'll never be another one.
Right.
I do find it odd, though, and this is a true story. Kobayashi, his biggest competitor, just retired 4 weeks ago. So I don't know.
So who is it?
Who's
it gonna
the
be?
guy then? Who's the guy? And does Kobayashi now come out of retirement and get one more mustard belt that he's not having to go up against Chestnut anymore?
Ooh. So they could both leave on like
I would.
a
And if
high.
I'm Nathan's, I make that call to Kobayashi and say, welcome back, King. Even if you dog down 50, 55, you're still going to win.
Do you want us to go down the power rankings of the
No, I know him. I know Jaws. I know all those guys. Like, yeah, I know Badlands Booker.
Yeah, but
and I
they're
know
not-
all the competitive eaters.
They're not
baby.
really. You're not up to date with the modern game.
Badlands Booker and those guys, yeah. I mean,
No.
that's kind of it. Who else you got on there?
Number 2 right now, we got Jeffrey Esper.
What's he taking down?
Nothing.
No?
No. Loser. Who's up next?
Miki Sudo.
So Miki Sudo is the she's
Is that Black Widow?
yeah, it's the goat, dude. That's the female goat. So like we know her. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. They might be engaged in real life.
Who?
Miki Soto and Chestnut. They
No.
might be together. Yeah, or she's with another.
Yeah,
She's with another competitive eater.
Yeah, she is. It's not him though.
It's not a champion, maybe.
It's
So
a loser.
Yeah. Who else?
She does better than her husband or whatever.
Yeah. Because he's a loser. He's not Joey Chestnut.
Right.
So, yeah.
Right.
But yeah, I guess Badlands Booker is up next, but that's not going to be fun.
It's not. I don't even think he's in the top 10 right now.
No, I wouldn't even want to watch this now on 4th of July without Chestnut unless they back up the truck and get Kobayashi there, and then you got a rivalry, and then you can
Untethered.
really, I mean, just vault catapult this sport.
You're not
into
going to believe this.
stratosphere.
Badlands Booker
Yeah.
has fallen to 26th.
Well, look, athletes. Look, we all have a
age.
prime.
Yeah.
We all have a prime. Athletes. Nothing you can do. Nothing you can do. Father Time is undefeated, guys. And if we learned anything today, it's that.
Yeah.
It's that. Father Time is undefeated. This one, though, is on Chestnut. I just want to know what that dollar amount was for the Impossible dog. Fuck that.
Can he lose his number 1
They've
ranking
got
if he's
money.
not in the
Sure
Nathan's
can.
contest?
Yeah, whoever wins is going to be number 1.
Yeah. And then he's going to be battling back, older age out of the game.
God damn it, man. What a fucking day today. Son of a bitch. This is nuts. Forgive me. I'm more shaken by this than the Hunter Biden thing right now. This is really shaking me to my goddamn core. On Twitter right now, Hunter Biden's trending 1, Chestnut number 2. That's how important this is for the world, guys.
Yeah. We've got our finger on the pulse over here.
Shit,
Onesie,
dude.
twosie, threesie,
Wow,
foursy.
dude. That's right. Now they're posting career highlights here all over Twitter. Never forget the time Joey Chestnut RKO'd a protester and still won the hot dog eating contest in a landslide. Remember that when he choked that fucking guy out, dude, who stormed the stage and kept eating?
Yeah. And still won.
Arguably the greatest moment in hot dog eating history. Shit, dude. There's got to, so Big Cat from Barstool saying right now, there's got to be more to this story. I can't live without Chestnut on the 4th of July. I'm sure I am too. I can't live without this.
Right.
McAfee's live right now. Everybody's bummed out. They're going bug fuck. Banned. He's been banned officially.
That just means the odds for the July 4th contest will be just up in the air.
Oh yeah. I mean,
you can get some value.
All right, I got the deal here. I got the financials on this. His hot dog deal with Impossible Foods is a 4-year deal at $1.2 million. He was also paid $200,000 for an appearance in last year's contest. So
wait, so how much a year for 4 years? Or that's the
4
total?
years, 1.2. So you're only looking at,
What?
you know.
And I mean, if you win the Nathan's hot dog eating contest, I think you only win like 10 grand.
Yeah, you do. You only win like 30 grand, yeah. Jesse, it's for the love of this sport, okay? It's not all about money.
I know, but I'm just saying that deal from Impossible is dog shit.
Seems like he sold out.
For nothing.
I think he took what he could.
Okay.
I mean, what is that? $300,000 a year for 4 years.
Perfect.
He was making $30K off of winning the Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
Okay. That's great.
Man, America fucking sucks right now. I say free Chestnut, man.
Yeah.
I say free Chestnut.
You're picking his side.
Yeah, but Nathan's isn't going to pay. You know what I mean? What do you mean free?
Is he demanding that he eats the fucking Impossible dogs in their competition?
Yes.
I think Impossible would demand that.
No, he
I don't
did. He
think
tried it.
Nathan. Well, yeah, because Impossible doesn't want you like going and eating 68 hot dogs and then coming back and being like, "But I love Impossible," right?
Yep.
So you don't think it's more from them than Nathan's?
No, it's him. It's him being like, just he
Needing
can
to-
dictate anything, or he thought he could,
Trying to play
Right.
both sides.
because he's like, I'm Joey fucking Chestnut. He thinks he's bigger than the sport.
Which
Right.
dog you ain't.
Yeah, and what's the first rule?
Man,
There was competitive eating before you. There'll be competitive eating after you.
Right. You don't get to set the long tradition. You don't get to set rules in this long tradition that we've held for
All right.
for years.
So I got look, guys. This is all breaking news. Is it's coming in here? So forgive me. I'm catching up on it here. You guys are correct. So he asked to switch out the dogs. That's a fucking no, bro. I'm sorry. I got to side with the MLE on this one, which is the Major League Eating League, and that's kind of where I live here. That's who sanctions the Nathan's events. Said the organizers bent over backwards to meet Chestnut's various other demands in the past. They even agreed to let him participate in a rival Labor Day hot dog eating fest to be taped by Netflix,
Sounds
as
like
long
a
as
diva.
no hot dog brand was mentioned. But they said that they're drawing the line at a pitch for a different dog.
Yeah, no, you can't do that.
Oh, forgive me. That $200,000 was his appearance fee at just Nathan's hot dog eating contest last year.
Oh,
Oh, he got appearance fees.
yeah.
The only guy.
Now it's a different story.
Yeah.
And that it was a 4-year contract going forward there. And that 1.2 was for him. So maybe the vegan hot dog place gave him more. As we're going through this, MLE and Nathan's went to great lengths to accommodate Joey and his management team, agreeing to the appearance fee and allowing Joey to compete in a rival unbranded hot dog eating contest on Labor Day. For Devastated for nearly 2 decades, We've worked under the same basic hot dog exclusivity provisions. However, it seems that Joey and his managers have prioritized a new partnership with a different brand over our longtime relationship. Joey Chestnut is an American hero. We would love nothing more than to have him at the Nathan's International Hot Dog Eating Contest. We hope he returns when he is not representing a rival brand. Now, Chestnut or his agents would not immediately comment. And I think that's important.
Does he crash the contest?
Kobayashi tried back in, I believe it was 2012 or 2013, and he was ejected from the competition by security guards. And that's true as well. And I know this isn't a sports show, and we've gone to the biggest sport in the nation, maybe in the history of our nation. And I apologize for that today. This is very, very shocking news, though,
Right.
Jesse. And
No, I know.
I'm getting squirmy right now. Like, oh man, I might have to dip a dog in liquid IV and kind of jam it in my mouth
and then do some crack cocaine.
I mean,
just to figure out what's going on here.
This is a monumental moment in probably the last year.
This is Biden's America, guys. That's what we're in right now. You know, people are taking deals they shouldn't, sucking dick for crack, and
thinking they can change the game.
Yeah,
because they're vegan.
And everybody needs money right now because of inflation and everything else that's going on here.
Think they deserve different rules because they're vegan.
I'm not happy about this at all. Wondering if New York doesn't switch now and goes Republican. We'll see. Right. We'll see. This is where it all took place at Coney Island. I also have zero desire, unless they get Kobayashi in this thing, to watch it, because we're just watching a bunch of drunk uncles out there, you know, wolfing down some dogs. I could see that at any 4th of July party in America.
Right.
These were the best of the best. This guy was the best in the world. 16-time mustard belt champion. Out. Zero desire to see the rest of these fucks.
Yeah, no.
Man, that's disappointing. That's disappointing, guys.
Right.
All right, I apologize, Jesse. We've got a thing here in Austin that's getting nuts and wild here out in, was it Lake Travis?
No, it's just somewhere in Austin. I don't know where
Travis County.
I don't know where the crime occurred other than in Austin.
Okay, and it's Travis County.
Are we talking about the
where we
DA?
live?
Yes, the DA.
Yeah, so Travis County Assistant DA arrested after dispute over streaming porn. Now, they tried to kind of do this on a morning news, evening news.
Is that a real mugshot?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is him. Basically, the question is...
he has Parkinson's disease.
Oh, shit. Why didn't you...
I knew you were going to do that. I wanted to.
Nobody wanted to fucking brief me on that before I did. Live on camera.
You know about politics. We thought maybe you knew.
I'm sure Gordon Wagner out there will make a side-by-side of me going next to this guy and be like, holy shit, you fuckers did this on purpose, dude. You goddamn sons of bitches. You knew the second I saw this photo, I would make that face.
Right.
With an accompanied noise.
Mm-hmm. We actually don't even really have a story. It was just to have you do that.
You fucks, dude.
No.
You goddamn fucks. I knew it.
So Travis County Assistant District Attorney was arrested early Sunday morning after allegedly pointing a gun at his roommate. He has a roommate. During an argument that began over problems streaming pornography on a TV. Ross... not pornography, but you've gotten really heated about not being able to stream something on the TV.
Oh, I hate it.
Bluetooth is tricky, you know?
I hate
really
it so
tricky.
Much. Jesse had
Just
to figure out.
Airdrop it to me. Yeah.
What was it, UFC the other night where I almost threw the TV out the window?
Yes. According to court documents. So, Bob, what you think?
Are you okay? Hang on, real quick, Bob. Is he streaming this off the phone to the TV?
It's either off a phone or computer, I think. Yeah,
We're not
to a TV.
Okay,
they didn't get into that detail, but he had to go to his roommate and wake his roommate up,
right?
To say, "Hey, help me with this porno."
The streaming shit is doing its shit against something like that, right?
Porno's not working. Porno's not working.
Trying to fucking jerk off in the living room.
Yeah,
it's not working. Can you? Nope. It's like 4 a.m. He's like, "Come on, can you just help me? I just want to jerk off. Like, I want it on the TV."
And you're the one that knows how to do the TV, so just get up, do the TV. I'll let you go back to bed, right? I'm assistant district attorney. You're my roommate. All of this is cool.
Why do you need a television?
Go ahead.
So then the guy comes out, gets his jerk-off situation all set up for his roommate. He's a good roommate. But then this gentleman, the assistant DA, was like, hey, by the way, while you're up, you piece of shit.
Right.
Thanks for the porn, but you were making googly eyes at my lady friend I had over earlier. One of my lady friends. Fuck you.
Right.
For making googly eyes. And
Pulls a gun.
Pulls a gun. The roommate's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Goes to bed. Goes back to bed. Guy starts breaking down the door, pointing his gun at him, and was like, you make googly eyes. You're a piece of shit. Fuck you. Pointing the gun in his face, all that stuff. I guess just jerking off out the window.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Joseph Francis Frederick III.
4 names?
Plus a 3 sticks.
Oh, is he a 3 sticks like Bobby?
Suffix
Okay.
gang. Suffix gang.
Suffix
Wow,
gang.
dude. Wow.
Long line of lawyers.
Barn. I need barn.
Yeah, but again, like they're talking about this on the like local news, trying to just like keep certain parts, like
love
just
it.
stick to the
I love
facts,
it
right?
so much. I love it so much.
What is going on in the Travis County District Attorney's Office?
What's going on that you can't jack off to your own phone and that you need it projected onto a television?
Yeah, that's a lot. Also, this could be disease related, but like I looked it up. He makes like $130,000 a year. Why does he have an apartment roommate?
Why does he have apartment roommate on FM 2222, whatever?
That's a
All right.
It's a nice.
Yeah.
I know where
It's a
that's at.
nicer
Yeah,
area.
those are fucking big. Like those are like country houses, right? Gross, dude. Why do you need that? Why do you need a fucking roommate? I mean, yes, rent's expensive in Austin, so maybe.
I mean,
130K.
130K you can afford.
You can afford at
One would
least
think.
something by yourself.
One would think. But he show that face one more time. He's obviously got his own fucked up shit going on here, so who knows, man? Maybe, he also needed a spotter for strangle baiting. I don't want to judge. I don't know the full details here. But waking up your roommates to stream porn on the television when you have your own phone makes zero fucking sense to me. And the fact that you could only get off on a television size thing is also fucking weird to me.
Or was it a ploy to bring him out into the living room so he could
Yeah.
point the gun at him?
Yeah,
Or-
Lots
get
of
him out.
questions and not too many answers, to be honest with you.
There'll be more, certainly. From what I've read on just looking through the Reddit thread on it, pretty good prosecutor.
Really?
Yeah.
Even in this state right there, show that picture again. Even in that state, that's a good prosecutor.
Yeah, because you need him to be hungry. Do you know what I mean? Desperate and hungry. You can't have these rich ass,
Yeah.
lawyers that just don't give a shit about you, right?
Yeah.
And likely he's been working there for a while, so they just lost a veteran prosecutor in
Yep.
the district attorney's office in Travis County.
That's a big boy position,
Yeah.
All right, can you wake up, Carl? I need your aux. I need your aux to plug into the TV from a porno.
I like how you were like, you made me
I
look
know.
bad. You didn't tell me, and you've just been doing a Parkinson impression for the last
Right.
10
Well,
minutes.
because I already went there.
Oh,
And I
okay.
can't go back.
Right.
Can't go back. The first
Doubling down is what we call
4
it, Bob.
seconds of that impression out of my mouth about 10 minutes ago, I knew that I was locked in the rest of my life and it wasn't going to get better. So now I might as well just drive it into the fucking ground.
Fair enough.
Right. No, that makes sense.
Couldn't do anything. They're going to ding us after 7 seconds, Seinfeld, okay? We're on YouTube today. They're going to make you cut that clip, I
Wouldn't
guarantee
it have
it.
been great to just let that go
Man, it
for
would've.
so
Now,
long.
do you-
or just on his face, on this guy's face.
Do you think Greg Abbott's porno ban had anything to do with this?
Okay. Now we're talking. So how would he get it?
Well,
How would he
a guy
get
like
it?
this, if you're going to wake up your roommate to stream porn, let's say you go to Pornhub here in Texas, which is not currently available unless you upload a photo of your ID. This guy definitely has done that.
No, Pornhub's not available at all.
At all.
Pornhub
It doesn't matter
is-
what-
Even with an identification?
Yeah, there are other sites who will do it with an identification, but Pornhub, on principle, will not stream in any state that requires ID.
Okay. But if Pornhub agreed to it, then you could do your license and then
Yes,
everybody could
but they
jack
don't
off
agree to
together.
it. They're
don't.
trying
So
to
Pornhub-
they're trying to put political pressure on the states that are doing this
Gotcha.
by just banning themselves so that we're like, hey, man, what?
How is Lobster Tube or X Videos able to show porn right now?
Who knows?
I don't know if they can.
Yeah, they are.
X videos can.
We pulled it up the other day on Drinkin Bros.
I think maybe they're just like foreign or who knows, man.
How does Twitter?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
porno all
Yeah.
over Twitter.
Yeah. And they just signed that thing that they're going to continue it.
Yeah.
Which I think, personally, they're just going to try to take over the OnlyFans market and be like, hey, you want to really monetize all your followers? Let me help you do it. That's what that feels like, that move, by the way.
Why not?
Right?
And then
I get
eventually,
it. Yeah.
our governor will take on our state's richest man.
Oh, it's
porno.
right. But will he be there? How old is Wheelchair? How old is Abbott?
Let's see. I mean, he's not going anywhere in terms
Yeah,
of like,
he's not. Well, he's not going anywhere.
Yeah, also true.
Bob, come on, man.
Oh man,
He's-
that joke, dude.
know.
Out-
Bam,
yeah.
bam, bam.
Bam, 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 bam.
66.
66, not bad. He looks great.
Yeah, it looks fine. It looks good for 66 in a wheelchair. He won't stand for this, pun intended. I had to. I mean, we knew that. We knew that today, right? I'd already done the Parkinson's thing, and now
Yeah,
it's gonna
yeah,
be
yeah.
this.
Keep that button on repeat.
Yeah, I mean, we
Yeah.
could just play it through the whole.
Bam, 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 bam,
Yeah, bam, 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 bam.
So Greg Abbott is on his third term, I think. So my guess is he goes one more.
Yeah.
It's up in 26. Maybe he doesn't actually. I think it's up in 26.
That's right. Doesn't governors have a term limit?
No, depends on the state.
Oh, it does. What
And
about
there is
here?
there's no term limit here.
Jesus.
So,
I'm not a fan of Abbott, so I want to get that fucking guy out of here. I want him rolled off. The only thing I agree with him on is immigration. The rest of it, he can eat a dick.
I think the porn thing might be part of it, right?
Yeah, he's like, where's my porno? Where's
Because
all my
otherwise,
fucking
it's like
porno
now
coming?"
Yeah.
we're like back into dark ages, and he's like trying to get a VHS to work or something,
Everything that we love
or a DVD.
in this world, this current world, gambling,
Chestnut.
no, not Chestnut yet, but gambling, weed, porn, abortions, all of that is gone from this state. So it's like you can't like it's a no fun state is what this is.
I bet Abbott gets back alley deals from a VPN company.
Oh,
Oh,
Abbott can watch it. No
I'm
problem.
sure.
He's figured it out.
Does his dick still work in that fuck? Is the cock still
I
work?
think so.
In that wheelchair?
Yeah, I think he
think
has
so.
kids, right?
Yeah, but he had those. He could have had those before because he
he
wasn't
could
born
have.
in a wheelchair.
I know, but I
didn't
don't
roll
think he
out.
had them before.
Yeah, he didn't roll out of the womb like that
No, I know.
in a wheelchair.
I think he had the accident when he was older.
He was racing a tree 1-on-1 and he lost.
Oh, okay, so he had his kids already.
He did. Okay. All right. Do we know if that cock still works?
Actually,
Is
he
it
was
on?
26 when he was paralyzed.
No
so
way.
He might have had his kids after.
Does it say in Wikipedia? Is there a section that says if his cock still works?
He's got one child. That's not a great sign.
I thought you were going to say one ball.
I don't know what happened to his stuff.
How old's the child? Let's
That's what
start there.
So let's see. He is. Man, they don't
If
say,
he's-
they don't say anything about his kid. Let me look. Let me Google it.
If he's under 40, then that'll tell you. If he's over 40, then
Audrey Abbott is.
how old is she?
I don't know. I think she's kind of young, actually.
Age. Let's look at age.
I'm only seeing like young pictures.
Type in Aubrey Abbott age. Oh, that's weird. Is she into pageants or something?
She's pretty young, dude. She's in high school at most.
So
There you
he had her
go.
in the wheelchair.
Yeah.
So
There you
yeah,
go.
cock still works. He's still pumping out loads, dude. This guy in the wheelchair.
Is it his?
Oh, we're not starting that conspiracy here.
I think she's gotta be because his wife is Latina and his daughter's blonde.
Latinx. Let's see the wife.
Oh.
Bring her
Okay.
tinxer up.
So
Let's see
then-
the
Why
little
does that
tinxer.
make his kid though?
Yeah, exactly.
Why? Because I mean, it's
Could easily
looks more like him than the wife.
But you're not picking.
I
up
got
what
you.
I'm
I got
putting
you. I
down.
got
Okay, I
you.
see what you're saying.
Yeah. Okay.
Adapted?
Those genes are strong.
She adapted?
No.
No.
Maybe a third.
Oh.
She is adopted.
Does it
she
count?
is adopted.
She's adopted.
She's adopted.
Oh, so you
guys.
didn't want me to go down the road of like, does it count if you were cooked during the conception of a child?
Man. Or do you want to give notes? Do you want to watch that? You know?
Yeah, no, adopted.
So
Okay.
we cannot confirm if
cannot
his dick works.
Yeah,
All right.
it may.
All right. If anybody's
It
out
may.
there and you know Greg Abbott, the governor of Texas, let us know if his cock still works.
Try to give him a hand job.
Find out
Give him
somehow.
an HJ, drop a hand down there and give him an HJ and see if it wiggles. You know, if it doesn't.
But it's a move, like banning Pornhub is a move of someone that's dick doesn't
Can't
work.
Yeah. You don't I don't get
If
to
I
enjoy
can't, you
porn.
can't.
You can't. You know, fuck you, dude.
I don't know.
Man. This show got real dark today. The whole fucking thing, didn't it?
It really did.
My God, we went to Hunter Biden smoking crack rock, getting his dead brother's wife addicted to crack rock, having sex with them, cheating on her with a stripper in Arkansas, having a kid with that one, and then all the prostitutes and everything else. Chestnut's been banned from the hot dog eating competition. Governor Abbott's fucking dick doesn't work
Well,
here
hold
today. I made a Parkinson's voice and face for a good 12, 13 minutes on this show.
Hang on, what?
What's up, Bob?
I just Googled it, and I've finding some interesting answers. Like with vacuum pumping and a constrictive band around the base of the penis, it's possible. You can also use electrical shocks. I mean, there's a lot of ways. We live in the 21st century.
Go ahead and kick that angle over to Jesse. Kick that camera on her. Yeah.
Gosh, to work that,
Yep.
to
Go ahead.
work
Say
that
it.
hard
Say
for
it. No,
it.
keep the camera on
you know,
her.
nothing sexier. But listen, I mean, it's
What?
there are ways. There are ways.
Love finds a way.
Love finds a way, 100%. And actually, we don't know if it works or not. Many
We don't.
paras, you know, it works.
Yeah. And then scroll down to that picture, Bob. That little Tank's wife could have said, let me see what that mouth does, you know? But I don't know.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I've never been invited into their bedroom. And that's that one still haunts me.
Yeah.
I'd like to be in there one night just to see what's popping off.
Yeah. What do we got?
What do we got there?
Bob?
I just wanted to see if Google Images would give me a penis being lifted up by a pulley system. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Sure,
okay.
sure,
okay.
sure, yeah.
You could AI that if you want.
Yeah, something to workshop
Make-
later when
make us,
Sora comes out.
Yeah.
No.
Make us a thumbnail of that.
Man. Look, kids, we appreciate tuning in today. It's been a wild one. It's been a wild ride all the way around. I'm glad we got to take it together today.
Yeah.
For real.
It's like we're in a darkened out hotel room. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we sure are.
Every 20 minutes, some
Twist
other
and
story was
turn.
coming up, right?
Pulling and pushing and man.
Sure.
Rolling. I mean, it was just so much. What a fucking
Yeah.
roller coaster full of emotions. I can't even speak. I'm shocked today.
I like a roaster coaster. I mean, that's cool too.
Oh boy, what a day. Look, kids, we appreciate you tuning in. This is probably the only thing you need today. I wouldn't even watch the news or any other podcast or anything. This is it.
We hit the 2 top trending.
On accident, you know.
I don't know. Was it?
No,
Was it on accident or calculated? Listen.
Chestnut.
We had our ear to the ground.
yeah,
that's
we're
true.
we're investigative journalists. We
got our fingers on the Abbott penis. Like we're there.
we're there.
We're on the pulse of it all, where this is all shaking out. Go to iTunes, rate the show 5-star, leave a quick review. Also, head on over to Spotify. It's just a 5-star, and you can walk away. For Jesse Wiseman, a.k.a. the Jables, I'm Ross Patterson. This is the Revolucion. Buenos tardes, everyone.
Good afternoon.